He really included that in the book.
I don't know.
To be continued.
Right, chapter 4. Here we come.
Time out. Did anyone see what time we started?
No, I thought about that. I thought about that, but I have no idea.
I thought you had your phone on.
I don't have my phone on me.
Wait, go look at my phone. Sorry. Or bad.
2:18.
Okay.
I think we've been talking about 10 minutes or so. Interesting.
Okay, so then how would dialogue be incorporated to like
The
Tom Horn
videos
video
watch?
and the apartheid? How would that his idea of dialogue?
Well, they're not. Tom Horn isn't dialoguing at all.
Yeah.
He's banking of education.
Yeah, I think
exactly. He's pushing his idea on the.
He's
Arizona
against. He's
school
basically
education
the
system.
one that wants to not change the reality. Like I think honestly, he's okay. The way I see it, he wants reality to be this way when it's not, because he's like, I don't want to teach them oppression, because then it leads to oppression.
His perception is off of what exactly is going on.
But by him doing this, he's focusing reality rather than letting reality just the whole reality. He's focusing reality on the good parts, but he's not letting the whole truth come out. Just focus.
You know how Ferrer talks about how hope is like the idea that kind of you need hope to reach for an idea, like you need hope that something's gonna be positive.
Yes.
I feel like Tom Horn takes away all that hope for kids. Do you know what I mean? Because he's saying like he doesn't want to teach about oppression, and he just want to be like, okay, this is how things are, like this is how reality is. And if you take away, if you tell someone how reality is, they're not going to have any hope for anything else.
Because
do you get what I'm saying?
Well, not unless they want to change that reality.
But why would they change the reality? They're not learning how to
perception of reality that
I
they're
see what you
giving.
mean.
The perception of reality that's being given.
Right.
Given is that it's the land of opportunity. You can do anything you want. When in reality, there's so many obstacles that you have to overcome to really do what you want to do.
If everything's good, you don't have to worry about trying to obtain something.
Yeah, so all the hope is gone. Like I think
because there's no need for hope in that.
So he contradicts himself.
Yes.
Because it's not the land of opportunity. I mean, it is, but it's shit ton to get there.
See, I was thinking about the actual dialogue between the two. If that truly was dialogue, if we were to consider Freddie's definition of it, because I think that they both were very passionate about what they were talking about. I think that they believed in what they were talking about, and they thought, well, except for Horn, I think there are a few flaws in his thinking, but I think they thought it out pretty well, especially the sociology professor.
But do you think Horn actually listened to what the guy had to say?
Well, that's what I was getting next to. Is like I don't think they were both humble about it.
I think the sociologist was, because he agreed that everyone needs to learn a little bit about everybody. Like he took that in. He was like, "You're right. I agree. Everyone, like the white, shouldn't just learn about the white history. The African shouldn't learn about."
I think Tom contradicted himself a lot, because he said, it's segregating them by race for each class. Like the Hispanics go to the Hispanic one, the blacks go to the blacks.
So the classes are open to everybody.
But then at the end, the guy asked him, "Can everyone sign up for these classes?" Yes, everyone can sign up for these classes. So how is it an oppressive curriculum if anyone can sign up for the classes and be open to this information?
I feel like Tom Horn is like, you know how it says the oppressor kind of feels oppressed. Mm-hmm. I think he's like the white. He's used to always being on top, and then I don't know, like all minorities are coming into the United States, and I think he's feeling threatened. So I think
they fear
locking down.
I can see that. I can see him at that stage. Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
And so he's trying to hold on to the safety that he had. You know what I mean?
I think our reactions is exactly how he wants us to react. He wants us to act confused concerning what he said, because I think he has an idea, but he knows his idea may be wrong, and it can be perceived illy by others. And so he's trying to mask it and trying to hide its true colors. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You're laughing at.
Jordan walked by. They're gonna go do their video.
Are they really?
Okay, can you repeat that? Because I didn't understand.
Like, say for example, my philosophy isn't morally correct, but I don't want others to think it as such, because I know you'll persecute me for that.
Right.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to skew how how I present that idea to you, because I want you to believe it, and I don't want you to persecute me for it. So there's.
So how does he do that? How does Tom Horn
By justifying that it's to
by saying it's not segregate and oppress people?
He's doing it for the sake of not oppressing people, but his idea really is oppressive. He just doesn't want it to come out.
Okay.
Right.
All right, I get you.
And through contradictions too. That's really confusing as well.
I didn't like the guy at all.
His smile creeped me out.
This is smile.
No, I just don't think he doesn't critically think. Like, he doesn't allow people to dialogue with him. He really doesn't.
That's exactly that's what I was saying, because he wants to choose the program that's going to be followed. So therefore, he's choosing the information that's being put out, and inadvertently he's choosing the questions that people are going to ask. So he's trying to control what people take in, you know. So
well,
it's not dialogue at all. What he wants to implement into the schools. You know what I mean?
Man, I hope he doesn't run. What is he running for? General power?
Attorney General.
Didn't he already win? Like, it's already happened, right? And the law's already in place.
Yeah, I know, but what happens when the next superintendent comes in? Can't they change these laws?
I imagine it'd be harder to change it than it would be.
I just don't know how they. I don't know how they got approved.
Some people are very persuasive, or just
Is Arizona predominantly white? No.
No.
Because otherwise they wouldn't have the green card
Right.
law.
That whole thing. No. Maybe because it's just maybe it really just
high
comes
fear.
down.
High fear. Fear is just probably something.
Well, I'm thinking about voting too. Who are the people that mostly vote?
Who are the ones that vote, and those voters probably have this fear that all of these people in this area are going to take over the power or whatever.
Man, I bet Tom Horn hates having a black president.
Probably. Well, if there's any indicator at all, it's the immigration law and how they happen to card people and stuff like that. It shows that the people of Arizona are fed up. So I think they're more inclined to believe Tom Horn because his idea is to oppress Hispanics who are coming into the states, which is the group of people that the people of Arizona seem to be fed up with. So maybe that's how they got passed.
I don't know. It just seems really.
But it doesn't seem like it would help that. You know what I mean? Like.
I think from our point of view, we see that it won't help. Maybe from their point of view, they're just desperate.
Yeah.
Maybe they really are just like, oh, I just don't want to deal with this anymore. We'll do whatever we can to get rid of them.
I think that comes into play with like the limit situation thing and because Freire talks about limited situation and something else, and that when you see something as a limited situation, you accept it as it is and you don't try to like change it, right? Isn't that what he said? Because it's like he uses these terms and limit situations.
It's on page 102.
102?
Yes.
No, I know I highlighted it. Where's that?
It's limit situation.
Oh, yeah.
The tasks that imply or require limit acts. Are you saying limit situations are like just a situation you're in, like you can't change it?
Yeah, like he would. Now I don't remember where I was going with that. It just kind of slipped away. Like when people perceive their situation as limited and not changing, they don't do anything about it because
they just adapt to
like
their situation.
Like they're stuck.
And maybe they started feeling like they were stuck, and then the untested feasibility thing. You know what I mean? So it kind of goes into the thing where you're saying that he feels like he's the oppressed now. So for a while, like Arizona let all of this, the things that they didn't agree with, go on, and so they felt like they were in a limited situation, right?
But can you get out of the limited situation? Is that what they're doing?
That's their attempt now. This is their untested feasibility thing, where they want to do something about it, and they're testing how far they can go with something.
It sounds like what we're saying is that the oppressors are feeling oppressed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
We said that at the beginning.
Did you?
Yeah, high five.
No.
Ouch. Fuck you.
It says to direct their increasingly critical actions towards achieving the untested feasibility implicit in that perception. So like they have this perception and they want
to get out of it.
Because they feel oppressed. So they were stuck in this phase, and now at this point